burst few hours ago as nobody expected what happened few hours ago. As Nigeria prison break, a lot of people never knew what happened. A lot of people never expected what happened in Arise TV, because what happened in Arise TV few hours ago have never transpired in Arise TV before. It have never happened in Arise TV as Rufai OSENI finally burst out. Rufai OSENI have never spoken to Very Dark Man before. The popular Very Dark Man. Rufai OSENI have never spoken to him before, but come and see you in the earlier of today. Rufai OSENI schooled Very Dark Man, and as if that is not enough, Rufai OSENI begged Very Dark Man. A lot of people have been saying that Rufai OSENI is supporting Bobrisky, that Rufai OSENI have something to do with Bobrisky. I'd like us to stay connected to the end of this video. You will see you in the earlier of today. You will see everything that happened. If you can share this video, just do what to share it. Share the best streaming platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected and come back again. Kasala boss everywhere.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, ensure you click the red subscription button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. Kasala boss everywhere, Arise TV scattering. A lot of people have been thinking that what is going on with Arise TV and what is going on with Very Dark Man and Rufai OSENI of Arise TV. What happened in Arise TV a few hours ago have never happened before, and a lot of people have been seeing this as a kind of irregularity. Rufai OSENI that everybody know are finally boss. Rufai OSENI have never spoken to Very Dark Man before, and Very Dark Man is doing his own business separately. Rufai OSENI as a broadcaster and as a journalist is doing his own work separately. These two guys are being loved by everyone. A lot of people know Rufai OSENI to always come out to call a spade, and a lot of people know Very Dark Man to be always maintaining his integrity and unveiling secrets in hidden places as far as Nigeria is concerned and all of that. But come and see what transpired a few hours ago. Kasala boss everywhere. Nobody ever expected that Rufai OSENI can come this way. Nobody ever expected the video that leaked out. Nobody ever expected the call record that leaked out. You will see show in this very video. So I'd like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share this video, do well to share it now. Share the best social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it as you're watching it, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Very Dark Man will be dragging Bobrisky, and that alone make Bobrisky to go to jail. And I say that's not enough. Bobrisky went to jail for 6 months, and that 6 months is just like 3 months, because Nigerian prison, they count day and night. 24 hours is like 2 days as far as Nigeria prison is concerned. That's how they count their jail time and all. But Kasala be boasting for the past few days regarding Bobrisky call record that leaked. VDM, Very Dark Man, leaked Bobrisky call record regarding how Bobrisky exposed how she did not go to jail, or maybe he did not go to jail. I don't know how I'm going to address him or her now, but regarding how Bobrisky did not go to jail, Very Dark Man obtained all the information through call record. Someone that Bobrisky is owing money sent a call record of he and Bobrisky to Very Dark Man, and Very Dark Man is a rival to Bobrisky, and because Bobrisky did not pay this guy money, this guy sent the call record of he and Bobrisky to Very Dark Man. And I said that is not enough. Very Dark Man played it out, and everyone saw it, and that was when Bobrisky was talking regarding the fact that she did not go to prison, or maybe he did not go to prison, that he did not even smell prison, did not enter prison, that they rented an apartment for her close to prison, or maybe they rented an apartment for him close to prison. He didn't even smell prison, didn't enter prison at all. And after the jail term ended, he came out, and this is a handwork of EFCC and the godfather of Bobrisky. Now come and see what Rufai OSENI said regarding this whole issue. Rufai OSENI is always known to call a spade a spade. Rufai came out, he attacked Very Dark Man and correct Very Dark Man. He schooled Very Dark Man because he knows that Very Dark Man did something that is very wrong regarding the whole analysis that he made regarding Bobrisky not going to jail and all of that. And I said that is not enough. Rufai OSENI plead and begged Very Dark Man, and that is the aspect that got a lot of people, because nobody ever expected that Rufai OSENI can beg Very Dark Man in such a manner. Rufai OSENI plead and was begging Very Dark Man. Even Oji of Arise TV was even embracing Rufai OSENI, that Rufai OSENI should beg Very Dark Man. You will see you in this very video. If you can share the video, just do well to share it, and if you can share it, just like it, because I'm going to be playing the full video now. You will see everything the way it goes now is about to go down. EFCC, they are on the run right now, and the prison official in charge of Bobrisky now, they are on the run right now, because what is coming now, Nigerians are marching in their thousands now. They want to protest against EFCC, and I say that is not enough. A protest is cooking by Omoyele Sowore. Empower Government 2.0 is cooking again. You will see, show Nigeria is about to go down. But before I play you some video, let me play you what happened in NARRATION TV, what Rufai did that nobody ever expected. How Rufai touched it to Very Dark Man, and how Rufai pegged Very Dark Man. You will see, so just stay connected. If you can share the video, share it. If you can share it, just like it. I'm coming back again.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the Nigerian Correctional Service have been implicated in a bribery scandal that has set social media abuzz on Tuesday. A social media influencer who goes by the name Very Dark Man posted a video which revealed an audio recording allegedly made by popular cross-dresser Bobrisky, saying that he had bribed some officials of the anti-graft agency with 15 million naira to drop the money laundering charges against him before he was sentenced to 6 months in prison on April 12th for abusing the naira. Bobrisky also allegedly claimed in the audio recording that he never spent a night in prison, and that Femi Falana, a senior advocate of Nigeria and the father of popular musician Falz, was hired to secure a presidential pardon for him in exchange for 10 million naira. Bobrisky has, however, denied all the allegations in a post on Instagram on Wednesday, saying that the audio recording is fake.
You know, I was on my way to the prison, then my godfather called me and said, "You will not enter that prison, don't worry. Let me make arrangements for an apartment close to the prison. He's going to call the controller in that's overall in Nigeria, in Abuja, and I'm talk to them. They shall talk before I come back, then I took me to one apartment that I must not come out till I finish my sentence." That the Oga said they should come out. The Oga said they should come and keep me here. That I mustn't go like enter data, but nobody should know that I'm not there.
Yes.
You know. So they said the guy will collect money.
All right. I mean, this has caused a lot of frenzy on social media. There's a person that they said was implicated, Haliru Naba, who's the Controller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service. That was one of the names that was called in that audio recording. Again, it's still an allegation. Well, Very Dark Man's post, which has since gone viral, has caught the attention of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the Ministry of Interior. Both agencies have ordered an immediate investigation into the allegations. The post has also caught the attention of Falz, who on Wednesday demanded a 24-hour retraction from Very Dark Man for defamation after he claimed that Falz may have been complicit in the scandal and also questioned his sexual orientation. All right. Of course, we know that Falz is the son of a senior advocate. He's already gone to, social media to post his retraction demand from Very Dark Man. If I can read some of the excerpts of that letter. Let me pull that up. Falz wrote, "To set the record straight, our client never at any point initiated a conversation with Mrs. Idris or Mr. Idris Okuneye. Our client has documentary evidence that Mr. Idris was in fact the one who initiated a call. Specifically, on the 4th of May 2024, Mr. Idris, aka Bobrisky, contacted our client requesting a phone conversation with him. Our client graciously obliged, having knowledge of the naira abuse charges levied against him and genuinely believing he might require legal advice. Mr. Idris, aka Bobrisky, called shortly after, but instead of soliciting legal advice, he stated that he was in distress and needed financial assistance of about 3 million naira, which he claimed he needed to pay some officials to be permitted to stay in the VIP section of the correctional center. In the letter, Falana asked the public for a public apology to be published across all platforms where the false defamation was disseminated. The letter added that, there should be a retraction and apology to be issued within 24 hours to the chambers and would pursue legal actions, including claims for monetary damages. There was another statement that was in that letter, which was the main defamation. Files had said, without contacting our client, you went ahead, that is very dark man, to publish a careless statement containing multiple allegations, including an insinuation that our client is involved in a homosexual affair and intended to get a presidential pardon for Mr. Idris Okuneye. Very dark man, violent. He has actually responded, Ayo. I watched his post, I believe it was on YouTube, and he talked about the fact that, he did not accuse Files of anything, but you heard in that video, if you all heard that video clip, he did insinuate that Files may have been homosexual. But I think the big story here is the accusation, really, of the EFCC officials and the Nigerian Correctional Facility. I would like to start with Dr. Abati, really, on this conversation.
Okay, I mean, this is a very disturbing thing.
Yeah.
The first point we must admit is that all the parties involved have been saying, oh, I didn't say this, I didn't say that. First, social media interaction, electronic interaction, that's what we have seen. First, to establish that people must know that what you do on a phone or internet or computer and all that, the evidence is admissible in law in Nigeria. Section 84 of the Evidence Act of 2011, and also Section 258 of the Evidence Act. And also, we have the book on electronic evidence in Nigeria. One of the authorities that I know is that of Justice Alaba Ajileye. So nobody should say, oh, it's not my voice, it's this and that. The court can admit the evidence and investigate it. That's number one. Number two is that very dark man, I think his name is Victor Esse. He has said, is it Martins? Martins Esse, whatever. That, he didn't say those things. He just asked a question. That his files also, no, there's something in law called innuendo. Absolutely. If you just make any unnecessary innuendo that is defamatory per se, you can be called to question. And it is on the basis of that counsel to Files, that's Mr. Falano Jr., Falana Falano, has said there should be a retraction. What he has said, through his lawyer, Dijade Yonju, that, he didn't say so. Well, he will have, if Falana Falano decides to go to court, he will have to go and defend himself. Yes. Number three, he also alleged that Femi Falana SAN, was involved in this attempt to procure pardon. In terms of the implication for the justice administration system in Nigeria, that's a very serious matter. Yeah. In that same video, there was evidence, the allusion that Bobrisky, his name is Okuneye, Idris Okuneye, was said to have been sentenced to prison. First, that he procured the reduction of the charges. Yes. And second, that a certain godfather intervened, and instead of going to prison, they paid a certain controller general, and he stayed in a flat. These are very disturbing things about the justice system in Nigeria. I've seen people who say anything is possible here. After all, we were in this country when a certain person, who shall remain nameless, was in prison, and his wife, he impregnated his wife from prison. And in fact, there was a naming ceremony while he was still in prison. Yeah. How did he get to a position where he impregnated his wife?
Immaculate conception. Immaculate conception. This is where I want you to come in, Rufai, really quickly, because this is the bigger conversation. The fact that, our prison system, allegedly so porous. I mean, if you had seen some reports from FIJ, Fushayo Soyombo, he had posted different, you know, there was a time he spent in jail. He went undercover, and he did reveal damning evidence about the fact that our prison systems are it's like this.
So that report is out there, and the question is, what will the Minister of Interior do? So generally, he has said that they will order an investigation. We'll see the outcome of that investigation. There are some investigations we're waiting. We're also waiting for the EFCC as regards the 15 million that was said to be given to some EFCC officials to be able to give them, you know, to be able to drop those charges of money laundering. Yes. Because all of us too were surprised when that thing happened, because all of a sudden it was money laundering charges plus naira flunking. Yes. Then all of a sudden money laundering dropped. Then it was just only naira flunking before it went in for this. Then also, we will have to have investigations deeply, because we've heard a lot of complaints, especially as regards the prison service, what goes on there. In fact, we've had like 2 people bring letters officially that I have sent to the minister himself as regards the state of our prison and what is really going on there. So we'd like to get to the end of the matter. As regards the very dark man revelation, if Bobrisky is saying that he didn't say all those things, I think we also need to have a private investigation where we subject Bobrisky's voice to forensics. Yes, because there is so that AI, we can get so that we can get a full forensic outlook as regards to what happened. And as regards Falls writing that letter saying they should retract, you know, when you look at Very Dark Man's what's it called, Xpos.E, there were some things he needed to have been careful on. I think just playing the audio will have been adequate. A lot of mistakes were made in the analysis, where he went ahead to cast aspersion and say, oh, this person is friend this person, so they should not go that way. Like Dr. Wati said, he left room for innuendos there. Because when you read Fowl's rebuttal, he now gave a full context to the conversation, saying that they were even telling them that you don't need to pay for any pardon. He did. No, so, not for any pardon, for the VIP section. The only conversation they had was a 3 million naira whatever. So he gave some clarity as regards the context in that matter. But all of this too is not ending, because you know all of this really started because of money. The person that released that audio to Very Dark Man was being owed money by Bobrisky. And the money has been paid. And Very Dark Man says he's not going to release the audio. Wait, has the money been paid? Yes, the money has been paid, 4 million naira. He showed the updates. In fact, Bobrisky was calling the person and was even willing to pay. So the money has been paid. I think to get to the nitty-gritty of this matter, because me, I love Wawulets. Very Dark Man said more names were mentioned in the part B of the audio. Very Dark Man, we beg you, with everything we owe, for the integrity and the safety and the love we have for this country, you must release that part 2 of that audio. We need it. We need it. Absolutely. We need to be able to hear more names. We need to be able to get to the end of this matter. Maybe in that part 2, we will know the godfather that procured the flat apartments. That called the controller. Maybe we will also know other skeletal Indomie activities that went on in that place. On fire. So please, Very Dark Man, I know you get to the end of the matter. Except it's just for Wawulens. When the information comes out, what will happen? That's what I'm saying. We usually See, hold on. I think this matter now. No, I agree with you. I'm going somewhere. The reason I said that is because, like Dr. Bakti cited, this is not the first time we have heard or seen, or that we know that things untowards are happening in the prison service. Yes, that's the main point. Fisayo Shoyombo did he went in at the risk of his life. What happened? So what will just happen is it will be social media sensation for a few weeks. Well, I hope not. I'm just saying, what has happened in the past? I hope not. But because names have been, that's what I'm saying is that people say, oh my goodness, did you hear? How many times have exposés been done and nothing has happened? But let me just say something. The spirit behind this as well, and I was going to clarify that. Recall that the reason why he released this audio in the first place was almost tantamount to blackmail of Bobrisky. That's another angle. Because he told Bobrisky that if you don't pay me the money, I will release. And then he recorded that audio without
the knowledge, I want to assume, of Bobrisky.
Yes.
So there's another thing around there as well,
Big
on the side of
story.
Bobrisky, that
Big
there's
story.
blackmail, there's blackmail elements there.
So we can only say that because Bobrisky has denied the audio. We can only say that
If
if
he
it
admits
is confirmed.
that he's the one. So
by
I'm giving you a
forensic
way out,
experts.
Mr.
No, if it's confirmed by forensic expert that's actually Bobrisky's audio, then we will now go into privacy laws.
Yes, exactly.
Because that one too, we cannot, because people also do it in our country. You have conversation and they record your conversations.
Okay, well, all right.
Only a court of law can determine
all of this. I want to say, so that we can end.
made one point too, that justice in this country will seem to be only for the rich people, that the poor do not have access to justice at a theoretical level. But access to justice is an important point.
Absolutely. Talking about
but the legal issues, the dramatist personnel there can sort it out, including the public officials that have been mentioned using their positions to trade.
All right, talking about justice is going to lead me to my next story. We all have to sum this up. Bobrisky, who is in the center of the story, has denied all allegations at this point, so we are not accusing anybody on the show, but we need to reveal this investigation. Such a big story. We'll follow up on it. We'll take another story now. Private Ruth Ogunleye, an ex-female soldier who was said to have been discharged by the Nigerian Army for being mentally unstable after she accused a senior officer, Colonel Abdul Karim, of sexual harassment, has demanded that the Army publish the outcome of the investigation that led to her discharge.
I want to humbly request that the Nigerian Army publish the outcome of the investigation that led to my discharge on all social media platforms, including radio station, all channels. I also want to beg the Nigerian Army to post the outcome of the investigation on all social media platforms, so that the whole wide world will know what really transpired between myself and Abdul Karim and what led to my discharge. I'll be very, very grateful if you guys approved my request, same way I was published that I'll be dismissed. And
Dr. Abati, Ayo, you weren't here. We took this story yesterday, big story. She has demanded that they release the probe that led to her discharge. She has said that actually during an interview at AIT, she said that she was actually the one who voluntarily asked to be recused from the Army. Well, Private Ruth also granted an interview to AIT where she claimed that the Nigerian Army lied and that she is not mentally unstable. She also claimed that she reported the sexual assault to the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, and he did nothing, adding that she's scared for her life. Let's take a look.
I'm perfectly okay. It was just a cook-up story, because during the course of that investigation, the Nigerian Army took me to National Hospital for medical evaluation, which turned out to be negative, and they told me that they could not diagnose me. So Major General Onyema is after my life, sending people to unalive me. So the army and every year they are looking for a way to kill me. I want Nigerians to intervene, and I need an open investigation. I need justice. That is all I want.
All right, I watched this woman's story yesterday. I was touched. This woman has asked for help. I mean, she does appear like she is completely stable. Her interview was on point. She didn't appear to be unstable. Dr. Abati.
Oh, I'll be brief. We discussed this yesterday, and we said we'd still like to hear from her.
Yes.
But we also like to hear from the Minister of Women Affairs.
Yes, which said yesterday.
Uju Kennedy Ohaneye, as she mentioned. And I saw her interview on AIT.
Yes.
I saw, the other reports in the other stations. She was very lucid.
Yes.
She didn't come across as if she's, medically vulnerable. And, when I looked at it, I said, okay, I can understand why the colonel was misbehaving, with that diastema,
Let's not objectify.
No, let me finish now. With that diastema and all of that. In fact, I got so carried away with her presentation. even sympathizing with her. She was raped. Nobody listened to her. She had to go to the Minister of Women Affairs. She confronted the military, the Nigerian army, with empirical facts.
Yes.
In fact, at a point, I said, this is a woman of empirical facts.
Rufai.
And we have somebody
Rufai,
on this table.
Dr. Baptist,
we have somebody on this table who is always talking empirical facts.
Empirical
so in terms of spirit,
yes.
if I would not mind recommending this woman as, a good friend, a good ally for Rufai OSENI.
All right, you know what? Okay, I want to just clarify. Go ahead.
I just want to say one brief
Empirical Facts Association.
I'm not even listening to what Dr.
Go ahead.
My headphones in my
Yes.
ear. As regards this, please, do we have a safe house for this woman?
This is the main point.
I think that's
the main point.
I just want to say
we need a safe house.
We
What
need a
is the
safe house
army
for her.
actually even doing for people that have mental instability? Because this is what they're claiming. How did you dismiss her like
Let me
that?
just say something. She also mentioned the name of the Chief of Defense Staff, General Musa. I think on behalf of all the women who serve in the military, that they owe it to them to open an investigation so that the institution doesn't seem like one that protects or shields women from getting justice against sexual harassment.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can see what happened in Arrest TV a few hours ago. You can see the way Rufai actually spoke in course of the video. Ruben Abatitu actually came out to speak regarding what is going on between VDM, Bobrisky, the AFCC, and the Correctional Center of Nigeria. It is very obvious that the corruption state of Nigeria is not only limited to Nigerian politicians, but the corruption have synced to different segments of Nigeria. It has synced to different organizations of Nigeria. It syncs to INEC, it syncs to judiciary, it syncs to correctional center, it syncs among police, even the EFCC in question now. People are already shouting that they want to protest against the EFCC because obviously the EFCC are no more doing their work. They neglected their work, they lack their responsibility, they begin to chase after Yahoo boys all around the street. Now the question is it the internet fraudsters that are the major problem of Nigeria? That's the question that a lot of people are actually asking. Yes, we kick against cybercrime, we kick against frauding and all of that. Yes, it's not speaking well of us in Nigeria, but the fact remains the people that are actually stealing Nigerian money, the money they stealing in Aso Rock in a month is more than the money that all Nigerian Yahoo boys have stolen in the last 1 decade. That's the question out there. That's what a lot of people are actually saying. But EFCC never go after the politicians, even to the extent that Yaya Bello himself, that EFCC declared wanted of stealing 80 billion from Kogi State Treasury. The same Yaya Bello in question went to EFCC custody. He went to EFCC premises. EFCC declared him wanted, but he still go to EFCC premises. They couldn't arrest him. They were even the one telling him to leave now. That was what the EFCC officials were saying. They said Yaya Bello to leave. The same person that they declared wanted, he went to meet them in their premises. They said they should leave. And I said that is not enough. At midnight, they went to his house to add drama in the government house of Ododo in Kogi State. And that's what a lot of people are surprised about now. They said with the fact that EFCC cannot arrest Yaya Bello, and EFCC Oga said is going to resign if they do not arrest Yaya Bello, and he's still there not resigning, and nothing is happening to Yaya Bello. Nigerian youth are not side with Very Dark Man that finally said that they're going to stage a high protest against EFCC, that they're going to shut down all EFCC offices all across Nigeria, all across the 36 states. That's what they're saying. And I said that it's not enough. EFCC is being implicated by Bobrisky in the videotape that I just finished watching. They played it in Arrest TV. That was the video record, that was the call record that they sent to Very Dark Man. And this guy have a personal vendetta with Bobrisky, obviously, and the person that sent the call record to Very Dark Man is a very good friend of Bobrisky. That was why Bobrisky was allegedly narrating all the ordeal of how he went to prison and how he didn't enter prison, because you can listen to everything. That's to tell you that Bobrisky went to 6 months imprisonment, though he used 3 months because Nigeria actually count a day and night in course of the counting of your jail time and all of that. That's what they do. They count day and night. That's just that in 24 hours you have spent 2 days, and in 48 hours you have spent 4 days. So that's why Bobrisky came out after 3 months. And according to what this voice record of call record is saying, Bobrisky did not enter the prison, and that is what the problem is at the moment. And a question is being asked to the EFCC. They push a question to the EFCC that did EFCC collect 15 million from Bobrisky to remove the charge that is being leveraged against him on money laundering or not? That's the question that they're asking EFCC, because according to what Bobrisky said Bobrisky said EFCC collected 15 million naira from him or from her or whatever he is or whatever she is. He said they collected 15 million from him, and as if that is not enough, they removed the money laundering charge that was leveraged against him then. That was what Rufai was saying. He said he was surprised that the money laundering charge that was leveraged against Bobrisky was removed. They only charged him for naira mutilation, and that was why he went to 6 months imprisonment. And according to what Bobrisky said, he said his godfather never allowed him to enter the prison. He called the correctional center oga at the top, and they never allowed him to enter the prison. They rented an apartment for him very close to the prison, and he had been enjoying all day, all time, and they said he should not come out. And that is what Rufai OSENI is trying to address in this very video that I just finished watching. Rufai OSENI said Very Dark Man should release the second audio that he said is having, so that they can know this godfather in question, because the name of the godfather wasn't mentioned in course of the voice note or the call record that we listen to. So Rufai OSENI used all his time to beg Very Dark Man in NARRATION TV that the Very Dark Man should please release the second voice record or call record that he should release, because according to what Very Dark Man said they have a lot of it that is not going to release the remaining ones again, since Bobrisky have paid that guy his money, because Bobrisky never wanted to pay the guy his money. That was why the guy released all those voice record or call record to Very Dark Man, so that Very Dark Man can use it against Bobrisky, because they know that they're not in good time. But Bobrisky, when he saw that the guy have released the call record to Very Dark Man, he paid the money instantaneously. He paid it with immediate effect, and that's to tell you that he never wanted the other call record to be released. And Very Dark Man already have the call records and all. Now Rufai is begging Very Dark Man to release the remaining call record so that we can know the godfather in question. That's to tell you that Nigerian law is not for the rich. The rich are the one that write the law against the poor. Nigerian law is not for the rich. It's just for the common man. You will go to prison, you will see a lot of innocent people in the prison, very poor people, all of them are in prison. But when it comes to the rich, they don't go to prison. Even when they charge them in court that they should go to prison or send them for a jail term, they will not go for the jail term. They're enjoying their life indoor. They never go to jail. They enjoy their life indoor, like house arrest. That's what they're giving to them. Now, the same EFCC that is sent to fight corruption is now being corrupt. EFCC is now investigating EFCC. You can imagine what is happening in Nigeria. Now, Nigerians have already rised up. They said they must end EFCC. That's what a lot of people are saying. And some are saying that EFCC need reform. Drop a pen in the comment section on this video, as I'm gonna dedicate and that one for you, and sure follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV, at LAJUPOG Entertainment, on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor for LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass himself. Corrupt leader, why you with the for church? All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.